On this hunt, I'm headed to the Chugach Range in south central Alaska in pursuit of black bear. This rugged country won't give you much, so when you get your chance, you gotta be ready to drop the hammer.
Man, what a day.
I'm Steven Ranella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. It's about sustenance, survival. It's about connecting to the land. It's about the purity of the challenge. It's about life. In each and every one of us, there is a primal instinct to hunt and consume. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater.
Late September, south central Alaska. I'm east of Anchorage near the Matanuska Glacier. I'm getting ready to head up into the high country in search of black bears. Got a few days to spend up here. The hills right now are loaded with blueberries, and my thinking is there's gonna be black bears feeding on berries and putting on a big old layer of blueberry flavored fat. What I gotta do to get into a good area that people don't go to, I'm gonna go down to the Matanuska, cross that in my pack raft. Then I'm gonna bushwhack up a tributary stream until I start getting above tree line, and then I'll shoot off on some different ridges and start glassing for bears. I think there's a very strong possibility we're gonna wind up running into some big fat black bears.
Hunting in Alaska is different than anything you're going to encounter in the lower 48. For starters, everything is bigger out here and nothing is a short walk away.
A bear's year around here is going to look kind of like this. He's going to come out of hibernation late April, early May, mid-May. He's going to emerge in a snowy world because he's going to be denning, you know, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 feet up above sea level. He'll come down to valley floors like this, feeding on emerging vegetation. Having not eaten for 6, 7 months, he'll be on the lookout big time for carcasses that might have even got killed over the winter. As that time of year winds down, and they'll start feeding on berries. The berries ripen up elevation. So right around now, we might find them at some of the highest elevations they'll be at all year. That's black bear, I'm sure. See his blueberries frozen in there. What he's doing down here, I don't know. See something's rubbing this tree big time. Oh yeah, look at this. It's a grizzly. It's not who we're after. It's a grizzly bear. See, you rub this whole thing up, just scratching. Very big old grizzly track. Yeah. You notice this grizzly just one, the size, and two, see how his fingernails are way the hell out. The tip of his claw, 1.5 inches from the end of his toe. Claws will disembowel you. There's always the added thing that a grizzly bear will shred you to pieces. Right now I'm eyeballing a valley and there's a potential route up out of the timber would be to catch this next tributary, ditch camp down here. Just buzz up there for the day to glass it out. Plan on coming back down at dark. Now I'm looking up into good looking bear country now. You see all that rust-colored blueberry up there. If they're up here, that's gonna be what they're on. Oh! Oh yeah. Plain as day up there, man. What in the world are these things doing up that high? Look at that. That's a nice fat bear up there. Just plain as day.
I want to very carefully, based on the topography, mark the location of that bear, knowing that I might not see it again for 2 or 3 hours, or I might not ever see it again. And I need to follow up the canyon. And when I get to a point where I feel like I may be even with the bear, or hopefully a little bit downwind of the bear, then I can start working my way out of the canyon and going up and try to relocate it. It's a pretty grueling hike to get past the tree line, but the sight of fresh berries lets me know I'm close. As I get into the alpine, I lose track of the area that the bear was in. All I can see are herds of mountain goats, which would be great if I had a tag for them, but I don't. These animals make a home for themselves on lofty peaks and cliffs, some real nasty country, and it can make for a challenging hunt. But I'm after bear, and soon enough I see one. Now I'm not sure if it's the one that I saw earlier, but either way, it's way out there.
That thing is up there, man. That's a tough bear to go after right there.
I've been tracking a black bear in southeast Alaska for most of the day. But either the thing got wind of me or I got turned around because now that bear is way out of range.
I think I might go. I don't know. I gotta decide. I'd like to get a good look at it. Right now I can't even tell if it's a big adult bear or not. Oh, oh. Another bear. You could actually go after him. Traveling outside the canyon.
I've decided to go after it, but it's a lot of ground to cover. After an hour or so of climbing, I lose my bearings yet again.
Nothing looks the same. I'm trying to figure out where the hell that bear was. He should be down in here somewhere. I don't know if we spooked him. There's 2 bears here. The bear we saw down there, which is a smaller one. There's a bigger one up above it, but you'd never be able to get to him. That bear is just over 300 yards, but there's no way you'd ever get it if you knocked it down.
The sheer cliffs and deep canyon makes it virtually impossible to cross, let alone pack out a couple 100 pounds of meat if I did get a shot.
It's a long day, a lot of climbing. I'd be lucky to get back down by dark right now. Look at that bear. Unbelievable. I know there's no way to do this. It'd be like suicide to cross this thing. But I can't. I won't be able to live with myself if I don't go over there and have a look. It's on our hillside, coming close. We might get this bear yet. stop. He stopped. That was a rough stalk right there. Jeez Louise. This is some tough country to hunt in, man, I tell you what. Wow. That's gonna be a good bear right there though, man. He's a fatty. But man, it's gonna be a chore getting it out of there.
It was a lung shot. Within seconds, the bear piled up. The hunt is over, but the work is not. Now I gotta figure out a way to get a couple 100 pounds of meat, fat, hide, and skull out of this canyon and back to my camp. I got about an hour or so of daylight left, so I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions here. I've just taken down an Alaskan black bear, but the sun is setting and I've got about 200 pounds of meat, fat, and hide to pack out of this canyon and get back down to my camp.
You know, there's right now, the situation I'm in, you can't take any of it lightly. It's like you just weigh your options, you know? And for me, I think the best thing for me is that you got it so the meat can cool. Come back tomorrow. Hope there's not another bear on it. Or if there is another bear on it, that he hasn't eaten all my favorite parts yet. But I think we'll be all right. Could be wrong, but you never know.
By the time I reach camp, it's already way past dark. But like a gift from the skies, I'm treated to one of the most beautiful displays of Aurora Borealis I've ever laid eyes on. It's just enough to keep my spirits up and my feet moving.
Getting cold too, it's definitely down below freezing now. Oh, I just want to crawl in my bag. Honestly, the thing I'm thinking now is that I get to worrying about that meat up there, man. Like a bear's gonna get on that. And I just got this awful feeling now that I'm gonna get up there in the morning and something's gonna be up there snacking on that bear. All right, just have to wait and see now.
After a few hours of sleep, I'm back on my feet and eager to get back to my bear. I want to see if I made the right decision by leaving it overnight. I had set a waypoint location of the bear on my GPS, so I don't get turned around again up there. But nature has a way of cluing you in on such locations as well.
I bet you that's it. We might be picking up on the odor from those guts coming up. I bet that's it. About 100 yards from the bear. Hopefully Mr. Grizz ain't up here. Now, it's just like I left it. Still some gut pile left. Bear hasn't been moved. Take a while to skin this guy out. But there's plenty of daytime left, so I think we're gonna be all right. Well, the pack out is gonna be horrid. Cutting this back ham off. When I'm home, it's gonna go into some brine and into my smoker. This winds up coming out basically, winds up tasting like pork ham with a little bit of wildness thrown in. From here down, bone-in smoked ham. In the old days, they called smoked bear meat bear bacon. Good layer of fat on it.
On these bears that have been eating berries, the best thing in my mind is right here is this body fat. And this fat is just like a berry. But if you look at this stuff, like just these lobes like this, you can melt that right down into the most perfect lard. But that stuff's like gold right there. So I'm definitely relieved that something didn't get in here and start eating all this, except for birds. So these bears right now, I mean, they're up gorging on berries and they're just building up enough fat to get them through to hibernation. By the time this guy comes out in the spring, this is all gonna be gone. See, at this point, like the work really starts when it comes to packing stuff out. Massive undertaking, tons of weight. Start questioning like your very existence. Now, I'm pretty much out of here. So now my mind is jumping to the part where I finally get to eat some bear meat. I can tell you I am starving. With the amount of daylight I got left, I don't think that I'm gonna make it back up for the next trip. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna unpack, have dinner and stuff, spend the night, and then get up early in the morning and go back up for that next load. So let's fix up something to eat here, celebrate my bear kill. I'm gonna take some of this fat and I'm gonna render it down into cooking oil. Then I'm gonna do deep fried, maybe sirloin, maybe loin. Just deep fry it right in the bear's fat. So it's like bear meat cooked in bear fat, which is good backpacking food because that stuff's energy packed. Stuff's like cutting sushi. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Stuff is so good. See, that's another reason why you want to hunt the high country and hunt hard, is because you need to burn calories in order to feel good about the fact that you're about ready to eat pure fat. But as my friend always says, well, that's the good kind of fat. Okay, when you're doing this, at first you want to be careful because you want to start liquefying that fat and get a layer of oil in there. Because if you just put it too hot too quick, you'll actually burn some of the pieces to the bottom. This part you don't want to rush. Yeah, we're getting some coating in there now. This is starting to render out. I definitely got enough oil to start cooking meat. I just need to grab the pieces I'm gonna throw in there. Basically, you're cutting like little kebab-sized pieces. You do want to make sure to cook bear meat well. Black bears now are the leading cause of trichinosis. You can imagine like how few people eat black bear meat. The fact that it makes up 90% of the trichinosis cases in the US should illustrate to you how prevalent trichinosis is in bears. It doesn't affect the bear really, it doesn't do much to them, but it can make a person pretty sick. Trichinosis is actually killed at a pretty low temp. I mean, you could cook it like 150 is fine to kill trichinosis. So right there, bear meat cooked in bear fat, dripping with bear fat. That's gonna be a lip burner for sure. Don't tell my cardiologist about this. Oh my God, that's good. I think because of the fat, it's closer to beef than any other wild game I've eaten. Anyone who's got a bad impression of bear meat needs to come up and hit some of these blueberry bears, man, because it redefines what black bear meat can be.
Man, that's good.
There's something magical about hunting the backcountry in Alaska. Every time I have the chance to hunt this rugged country, I feel lucky. In my mind, what you put into a hunt directly affects what you get out of it. This bear is going to feed me and my family for weeks. And with every taste of it, I will think back to this canyon-filled mountain range, and I'll remember just how much effort went into bringing home this amazing bounty. That is the true beauty of hunting for your own food.